Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing fine. So yesterday I went to this lovely cafe known as Flute and tried the sticky beef marinated fried rice. So the difference with this fried rice is that the rice is actually fried after it's cooked and it's nice and crispy like a salad, and each mouthful was bursting with lovely flavors. So I thought I'll just come home and try out my own version of it at home because I loved it so much. So stay tuned, watch and enjoy, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. Take care, bye. So now off to the kitchen to start cooking up our lovely Thai crispy fried rice. First I'm going to cut up a small red capsicum, 2 red chilies and 4 shallots. Just cutting up the white bits a bit finer and then the green bits a bit coarser. It's nice and fresh flavors. So we got about 60 grams of bean sprouts, and also here I've got about 2 to 3 grams of kaffir lime leaves and Thai basil. Kaffir lime leaves have such lovely fresh flavor. So what I decided is I'm going to blend it all up together later. So for now, first what I'm going to do is I've got a cup of salted peanuts that I'm going to crush in the blender. They're just nice and coarse, so we can set it aside. So these are the salted peanuts that I crushed using the blender. And once the peanuts are kept aside, we can take this kaffir lime leaves and the Thai basil leaves and place it all into the blender. And into that, I'm going to add in 1 stem of fresh coriander leaves. Then into this, we can add in the Thai red curry paste. So here it is, the red curry paste, along with 1 teaspoon of shrimp paste, along with the juice of half a lime into the blender. So just gonna squeeze it, freshly squeezed lime juice, so flavorsome. And now we can blend this baby up. So these lovely flavors are going to go into the fried rice. And here's a lovely paste, everyone. So we might not use the whole thing. It's up to your personal preference how much flavor you want your rice to have. The rest you can either use it to marinate meat or you can store it in the freezer. It's up to you. Next, going to chop up like around this size, 4 garlic cloves and this size ginger. So that's also, depends on how much flavor you want in it. Because already with the paste and everything we're going to add in there, it's already pretty flavorsome. And here I got about 227 grams of water chestnuts. Just going to cut them lengthwise. Here I've got about 300 grams of lamb sizzle steak. And also going to chop up about 200 to 300 grams of chicken breast. You can even use thigh fillet. Okay everyone, so instead of cutting it lengthwise, just cut the chestnuts into little cubes like that. Here's the garlic, so everything is nice and ready. Here's the ginger, so everything's taking shape. And my apologies everyone, what I'm going to be using is not breast pieces but thigh fillets. So I had got breast and thigh, wasn't sure in the plastic bag. It looked like the breast pieces that I had got, but it's actually thigh. It doesn't make too much of a difference. It's your personal preference. You can use any boneless chicken piece. So this is a thigh. We're going to cut up the meat since everything else is ready in terms of the vegetables. So look at it everyone, so lovely and spectacular. As I said, it's got to be bursting with flavors. So yeah, and the kaffir lime leaves with coconut milk in a curry, with some meat or egg or fish, even like fish molly. If you add this kaffir lime leaf into it, that coconut gravy base and this ends up giving it such a lovely flavor. It'll end up like that Thai green curry taste. So as you can see here, the rice is ready and nicely cooked. Here we got the chicken thigh fillets cut up into nice long strips. Once it's cooked, the rice has to be nice and dry. It shouldn't be wet because we need to fry it. Over here we got this brand new lovely electric wok. So you get it for $29 at Target. In terms of this lamb sizzle steak, I'm just going to make it nice and sticky barbecue type. So here I've got some barbecue sauce. Just going to marinate it in the barbecue sauce. So just about 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of Maggi seasoning. This is the Maggi seasoning. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of thick mint sauce. Actually I added in half a tablespoon, that should do. So these are just thin sizzle steaks, so we don't want it to be overpowering. So just half a tablespoon of the thick mint sauce. can rub it nicely and keep it marinated well, and then leave it there for about 15 minutes. Once it's nicely marinated for about 15 minutes, we can fry it up in a pan with some oil, and then we can slice it up lengthwise, or however you like, like the chicken, or however you like it to be. Might slice it into a bit more thicker pieces so it'll be easy to garnish it on the fried rice once it's done. While the lamb sizzle steak is nicely marinating, I'm going to heat up a pan with oil, and then I'm going to scramble up 4 eggs. And then we can season the scrambled egg with a little bit of salt and pepper. Cracking some pepper. So we need to get it into this consistency so that it's not too dry, but yet it's cooked at the same time. See here, this cooked rice is nice and dry. So if you have water in your rice, better to leave it in the fridge overnight, because the fridge will evaporate the water. We need to fry this. It's literally cooked fried rice. It's a crispy fried rice. So next what we're going to do is we're going to use this masala. Put little at a time until you're happy with the flavors, and mix it and infuse it along with the rice. Trick to making crispy fried rice is make sure that you coat it nicely with oil all over, because you got to fry it. So the rice has to be nicely coated with the oil all over. Once look at this, so the rice is not broken up. You have to add a lot of oil so the rice doesn't become crumbled or crushed. Nice flavors. Check for taste. There's a little bit more masala left, but this is already enough. It's shouldn't be too overpowering. It's so tasty. The kaffir lime, the flavors are so lovely. So now we can fry this up. It's literally going to be fried rice. Place a little bit of oil in a pan. Put a thin layer of rice. The key is not to mix it. It needs to be nicely fried. You can lift it a little to check underneath if it's nicely fried. Once it's fried and crispy, we can set it aside. So thin layers at a time. The crispy fried rice, I heard that this is the most time consuming part of it, because you have to cook the rice. It shouldn't have water. You need to get it right, fry it up. You can see everyone, very thin layer, and nicely crispy frying it. See? The consistency is up to your personal preference. You don't even have to fry it, but because this is a crispy fried rice, I'm just showing you that it's done this way. So how crispy you want it is up to your personal preference. And look at it everyone, so nice and lovely. The masala is starting to roast up nicely, and it's giving such a lovely flavor and taste. Okay everyone, so the key is to add in a lot of oil into it so it fries up nicely. And here we are, nicely fried and caramelized. Look at it, so lovely. And once it reaches this consistency and you're happy with the texture, we can set it aside and continue doing it until we do it to the rest of the rice. I have to continue frying the rest of the rice up, because remember, we need a thin layer to fry up. And you'll know it's ready and nicely fried when it starts spluttering, like when you throw in mustard seeds, it starts spluttering. So that's the same effect it will give. Oh my god everyone, so this fried rice is so tasty. The key is not to finish eating this up before we actually combine all the ingredients together. It's not chewy, it's like so fluffy, fried, and the flavors are so awesome. So lightly we can stir it like this, as long as we don't break the rice up. See, nice and flavorsome it is. Yummy. Alright everyone, see, it's starting to splutter. See, it's spluttering, so that's when you know that it's ready. See? Nicely spluttering. So once the rice is fried nicely and it's flavorsome and so lovely, at the same time we can add a little bit more oil and start frying up the lamb sizzle steak. The lamb sizzle steak we had marinated earlier with the barbecue sauce, mint sauce, and the Maggi seasoning. Look at it, our lovely lamb sizzle steak is nicely done. So we're going to just cut it into half and then set it aside. Feel free to cut it into whatever shape or size you prefer. So this is the time where we heat the electric wok, add in the chicken pieces, I'm gonna wait for this chicken to whiten. In the meantime, I'm gonna season it with some salt. Cracking some salt. Some nice, freshly ground and cracked pepper. Look at it. Lovely seasoning. So inaugurating the new wok with this nice and lovely dish, and it's already taking off with a stone. So lovely. So the rest of the process is just frying it all into the wok and combining all the ingredients together. And I'll also at some stage be adding this one, which is the fried garlic. We get this from Woolworths supermarket at the Asian aisle. I didn't go to any specific Asian store to get the ingredients. It was all at Woolworths supermarket. Just cut the lamb sizzle steak. So this is the preferred size of the pieces I went for. So you can go smaller or larger. That's up to your personal preference. The chicken is put in and we have seasoned it. We're just waiting for the water to nicely evaporate before adding in any ingredients. Before the water evaporates, if we add in the onion is going to turn soggy. You know, the shallots, the spring onion. So we don't want that to happen. So we want the chicken to be nice and dry, and then we can add in the ingredients and combine it all together. So look at it, everyone. The water's evaporated. So now we can start tossing it, adding the rest of the ingredients. I thought I'll add the onions first, but going to add in everything together at this stage. Nicely toss it all up and stir fry. The other ingredients left here is the crushed salted peanuts, then this fried garlic and the scrambled eggs. So I'm going to add in the, this peanuts first. Oh my God, look at this sight, everyone. So healthy, so colorful. So we're going to add in this crushed peanuts also into that. So mix it all around. Nice flavors, and the smell over here is amazing. And then about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of this fried garlic. So that's up to your personal preference, how you want it, how much you want. But that will add in to that flavor. Look at this sight, everyone. Oh my God, nothing to say. Such fresh flavors. Nothing much to say about it. Wow. At this stage, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce. Look at this, everyone. So never put a lid on it because it's a stir fry. We want it nice and dry, not boiled. Let this nicely dry fry. We have our rice here waiting to go into this. We have a scrambled egg, but there's one more ingredient that we need to complement the rice, and that lovely ingredient is the cabbage. So I'm going to cut up some cabbage thinly, quickly. Everyone, the main thing to keep in mind is the water really needs to evaporate completely from this, and it needs to start frying up nicely and become crispy before you add in the rice, the scrambled eggs and the cabbage. Otherwise it will all end up being soggy. So this mixture needs to be nice and crispy first before you add the rest of the ingredients in. So just keep mixing it nicely. Let it crisp up. Let all the water evaporate from the shallots, capsicum, etc. etc. So it's looking nice, taking shape, very colorful. See this thigh, colorful thigh, flavorsome, I should say, thigh ingredients. Very lovely. That's why I love that fried rice I had at the Flute Cafe yesterday. But rather than paying $25, rather experiment making it at home first for a dish, get more quantity as well. If you can achieve that same flavor, and really, I'm so close to it. Not exactly the same, but so close and still yet delicious and flavorsome. Especially this rice. I'm still tempted to finish it off before it goes into this wok. I'm resisting my temptation so much. The cabbage is nicely cut up. Just waiting for this to nicely crisp up before adding it all. So it'll all come together. The final touches. Now you can see that it's nice and crunchy and crispy. The water's gone. It's not burned or anything. It's just, this shallots, the spring onions that's fried up. It's not burned. It's still, you can see that the oil, once the oil separates from the meat, because you don't want to add in the rest of the ingredients while they're soggy. have to make sure they're nicely fried like this and, you know, crisping up. Once it reaches this consistency, we can add in the rest of the ingredients. See, it's making that sizzling frying noise, so you know that it's not boiling and it's not soggy. So that's when you add in the rest of the ingredients. Sorry, I didn't mean to put my hand in there. It's washed. As you can see, it's still wet, nice, clean. So I just wanted to show you how the consistency is meant to be. So next we can add in the lovely cabbage into that. So in goes the cabbage, and then we can straight away add in the rice into this, because cabbage you can eat raw, you know, like coleslaw and salads. So we need a very crispy factor. So just give it a mix for 1.5 minutes, and then we can add in the rice. So the cabbage is still white, so it's not translucent or anything. We're going to add in the rice straight away. Lovely flavors. Smell is also divine. Here goes in the crispy rice. It's a crispy fried rice, so flavorsome. Thai fried rice, crispy, very flavorsome. Look at it, everyone. And then the last thing to go in is the scrambled egg. Wow. Infuse everything nicely into the rice, the scrambled egg, the cabbage, everything. We are not going to wait for the cabbage to become soggy and ooze the water out, because then it's going to make everything soggy. So I'm going to take it off the heat soon. The texture of the cabbage also depends on your personal preference. If you really want it to be nice and soggy, you can make it. But I don't like it to be too raw. I wanted to sweat it out a little bit. But you know, when you have spring rolls and things like that, you know, the cabbage is still having its slight texture, but it's not completely drowned in. So that's the texture I'm looking for. There we are. So once it sweats out a bit, we can take it off the heat and start plating it up. Alright everyone, so I know I said, you know, I'm going to leave this cabbage in for 1.5-2 minutes, but it's been about 5 minutes in this electric wok. I'm still waiting for its texture. You know, it still hasn't lost its texture or become soggy, but I'm still waiting for that. You know, when you have a spoonful of it in your mouth, it should all blend in together. There's no point of the cabbage being extra hard and sticking out, you know what I mean? It should harmonize together. So for that musical melody to happen, that's what I'm waiting for, if you know what I mean. If you're passionate about cooking, you'll know what I mean. So once you get those right textures, personalized to your own taste bud, you would love it. So that's what I'm waiting for. But it's almost ready. I'm going to plate it up soon. Obviously you can see the cabbage is still whitish. It hasn't lost its texture. I'm not going to keep it longer to get too soggy, so I might start plating it up now. It's been about 5 minutes since I added it in. So it's in the higher setting of this electric wok as well. So if you see here, it's in the red color. See, it's in the arrow, so higher setting. The cabbage is still taking longer than expected, so just quickly covering it, not intending to make anything soggy, but just covering it for, you know, a few seconds at a time, just so that the cabbage sweats it out. So it's still crispy, as you can see in there. Yep, so let me just taste this cabbage. That's the main thing. Yep. So once it's nice and it's sweat out and it still maintains its texture, but it goes along with everything. Now we can start plating it up. Alright everyone, so we need to plate this lovely fried rice. So we're gonna just take a bowl, put it in like this nicely, press it in so it molds it, you know, it gives it that nice shape, because give it the shape, a bit more, give it that shape, like so. And then once that's done, we take a nice plate. Obviously make sure you press it in nicely with a spoon or clean hands. Place this right in the middle of the bowl and turn it upside down and let it be there. And after about 1 minute, put it up. See, plated. The rest you can just use a nice spoon or napkin, and then just tidy it up. I've got clean hands, I'm just having at home, so just, you know, but this is a look that we want. while plating it up. Look at it, so neat. Look at it, nice and lovely. Now we can start garnishing it. If you know, we have this nice barbecue lamb, so we're going to place it onto the plate and garnish it with some coriander leaves. So just garnish this lovely beauty with some coriander leaves and a slice of lime cut up. Just dig into this, see how flavorsome it is. My god, look at it, so nice. And now I'm going to taste it. So it's very flavorsome, it's super, everyone. Looking nice and lovely, and this is how I chose to garnish it. So there's our barbecue lamb and then the rest of the flavorsome fried rice. So do try it, because I know the look doesn't show much, but you're seeing the ingredients that gone into it. So once you taste it, you'll know the exact flavors and how flavorsome it is. The kaffir lime leaves have played a major role in bringing out that lovely Thai flavor. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. And apart from that, here it is, everyone. Barbecue lamb crispy Thai fried rice is ready. Take care, enjoy, bye.